guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the title, some exciting things happened today. I finally received the ducks and the chicks, so I was able to pick them up. So the facility shipped them in like one day, and they shipped them over to like the post office, so I had to go hurry up and pick them up. And then I put them back at the house right away. I do have all that footage, so don't worry about it. And you will see, I am gonna separate the chicks and the ducks. They're together right now because I'm on my way somewhere where I need to go, and I could not obviously bring them with me because they can't sit in a car. It's just not healthy for them after traveling all that way. So for 24 hours, you're not supposed to touch the chicks. They can get extremely stressed out. So in the beginning of the video, I do unfortunately have to pick them up to take them out of the box and put them in there because I don't want them jumping out of the box into the container. I made a homemade brooder. The lid is cut open because I know you're probably like, just take the lid off. No, I had to slice the lid because I found this DIY brooder because I wanted a bigger brooder, and I wasn't even gonna pay, I wasn't about to pay like $300 when I could literally make a homemade brooder by myself for like 30 bucks. So I bought a jumbo size container, and that definitely is more than enough room for 15 chicks. If you are housing more chicks, obviously like 100 chicks, you would need more space. I have very small, so I counted all the chicks and I don't have 15. I actually have 18, so they gave me a little extra, and then I ended up with 4 ducks instead of 3 like I asked for, but I'm okay with that. I mean, not a big deal because obviously all the chicks that I got were not sexed, so they could be boys or girls. And obviously when you're trying to collect eggs from chickens, you need mostly girls, so fingers crossed we end up with mostly girls, but you never know. The silkies are super cute. They're super fluffy all over, so you can kind of already see, you can already kind of tell who the silkies are. The other Bantam breeds, Bantam, I don't know how to say the name, but whatever. The other Bantam breeds that we got there's like 4, so there's silky, and then there's like other ones. I think they're like Cochins, and 2 other ones I don't recall. I'll have to look at what I got. I got a package deal, so it comes with the 4, but it didn't say what for. It said what for, but I forgot it, but then it didn't say what for after that. So anyways, I have to look that up physically. But the ones that I got, I don't even know. I guess maybe when they grow up I'll be able to tell. Anyways, so yeah, I guess I'm just trying to digest everything because this has been a very stressful process. I had to pick them up when they were in the box one more time also because I had to introduce them. One thing they said, that you want to introduce them to where the food is, and you want to introduce them to where the water is. Some of the chicks were really tired, so I didn't want to keep messing with the ones that were already fatigued because, you know, you don't want to stress chicks out. So the ones that were a little more rambunctious running around, I would pick those up and lead them back to the food and back to the water. The water does have to be warmed. So the water that I have for them was extreme. I wouldn't say it's hot, but it is fairly warm. Almost like bath water. It has to be like 98 degrees to 100 degrees or something like that initially, and then it can drop back down to like 95, and then once they get to a certain amount of weeks it can go back because they don't have the ability to keep themselves warm. So then once it goes to a certain amount of weeks after that, it goes back down to room temperature water. That's like when they're like, you know, a little bit older, then they can drink and regulate their heat a little better. But you really have to get past this acclimation process because this is when it's the most stressful for them, and when I guess the most fatalities can happen. So they're very cute. We have some little grayish looking ones. We have, I don't know, just a bunch of really cuties. I'm excited. I'm like excited because this has just been a journey. I literally had to wait so many months for these specific ones to hatch. Then as for the ducks, they're a little more hardy, and ducks pretty much grow like triple the size faster than chickens do. So the ducks will be able to acclimate a lot faster. You don't have to be as hands off with them because you know, they're just a little more hardy animals, not as sensitive. It's just a little easier with them. So they'll grow a little faster too. You don't have to be all specific. They just don't want them together because chicks have to have medicated food, and ducks don't. They don't need medicated food. So when they're young, you shouldn't keep them together. And then when they're older, you can do like an all flock feed, and ducks and chickens and goose and geese, whatever, they can all be together. They can all coexist. It's fairly easy, but initially in the beginning stages, yeah, it's one of those things that it's hard. You gotta kind of keep them separate because they don't really mix food. So, and plus when they're young, ducks have a tendency to dirty water. So it's harder for chicks because you have to make sure their water's always clean, or they can get really sick, I guess. And ducks eat with water. I mean, that's how they like really digest their food. They'll eat in the water. They'll drink water as they're eating, or their food will be soaked, and it's how they digest better. Chickens on the other hand, they don't. They eat dry food, and then they'll just peck at the water. They have like the little water system. It's like a little dish. That's what I got them, but I'm having regrets because even though they said ducks are dirtier animals and they'll dirty the water, thus far I put the water down and the chickens are the only ones dirtying the water. They're literally jumping in it. I made it nice and warm. I don't know if they think it's like a hot tub or something, but yeah, they're definitely causing drama. So that being said, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the water. They'll be at the property. The ducks are gonna be in a little pool. I have like this little pool thing that I have for them. I feel like someone's staring at me. I have like this little pool thing for them where I'm gonna put pine shavings in it for them to, you know, it's said for chickens and ducks, pine shavings were the best because I guess like cedar and stuff isn't good for them. It's like kind of toxic. So I did the pine shavings, and it'll be, this guy's like staring at me, what the fuck. It'll be like, it's just better for them, less respiratory issues, I guess. And then they'll be in pine shavings, and then with the ducks, I'll slowly introduce them to water. See, ducks cannot actually be in water by themselves. They cannot be on big, large areas of water, like say for instance ponds and stuff like that, when they're really young, because their down soaks up water. And for instance, mama duck, if they were with her, they'd be safe because she would know when to get them out of the water and to encourage them to get out. Unfortunately, people, we don't speak duck, so it'll be kind of hard to like get them out of the water, and then they can drown. So I'll start them off with like little Tupperwares and containers of water, and then from there we'll move up to like the bathtub. And then from the bathtub, we'll move up to like a little kiddie pool on the property once they're ready to go out and live like ducks. So I'm excited. This is going to be a really fun journey to go over, and I'll share my experiences with you guys. Yeah, enjoy the video. Oh my goodness, guess who's here? They're all here. Let me see if I see them. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, get in there. Get in there. He really popped out. They are not playing today. Oh, sorry. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like afraid to open this now. They're not playing no games today. Oh my gosh. I can't see them. I'll see them more when I get back. Oh, don't jump. That looks like a silky. so that you should introduce them to the food, so they know where to get food. They all want to get warm, so they're going to the lamp. And their water has to stay warm. So I think these ones right here, these are the silkies, the full fluffy ones. Hold on, see that? Those are definitely the silkies. I might have to open this for them so that they can reach the food better. The ducks want to get out so bad. I might get them out just so that they can come over here. And these are so cute. Maybe this is a silky too. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, you're not supposed to handle them a lot, but it did say to bring them over to the food. Where the chicks will be, I'm supposed to have like a mesh thing that goes up here. I'll build that when I get the chance. The ducks are only in here temporarily because, get out, because I have to go somewhere right now, and then when I come back, I'll take the ducks to my place where they'll have a special area for themselves. I actually have 17 chicks. I only ordered 15, or I had 18 chicks, only ordered 15. And then I have 4 ducks, and I only ordered 3. So this will be interesting. I guess maybe they didn't want, maybe they were from the same clutch and they didn't want to separate them. But yeah. The ducks are finally in their area. Sorry for the mess. Yay, nice and warm. This is going to be, we're already 24 hours past the point, so they should be acclimated at this point. Look, they were sitting in the water when I got here. I change this out all the time, but they like to sit in the water. And there's your food. I clean it out because he put the chips in it. Oh my gosh. And then I'll go and show the 24-hour chick update because they have to acclimate for 24 hours. They've been doing good though. 24-hour update. They look good. I'm getting a video of them. They look good. This one is sleeping like it's in a death nap right here. It's crazy.
What's that?
Right. So what are you doing?
And then look at them. They look good. They're eating good. They're drinking water. I gotta clean it though. They're staying warm, and this is a cool off area. They have to have an area to keep cool. It looks good. They're happy here.
Well, then that's not gonna happen.
Oh, look at this.
You gotta go to a different house here.
Okay.
It's hot. It's hot. Use your
Oh,
fork.
look at
Here's food.
them. Eating good. Oh my goodness, what a cutie. And these are our silkies. The silkies. Look how cute they are. You can tell fluffy.
No. Maggie. No.
This silky's super fluffy. Oh, you're gonna be a stud muffin. Are you guys swimming? Are you guys swimming? I put a little bowl of fruit right here, and look, they drank up all the water, and they ate up most of the fruit. So, ducks can actually have different types of fruits and vegetables, especially leafy greens. They actually need it. And then they ended up soaking up all their water here in their down. So, because baby ducks, if anybody didn't know, baby ducks can actually not be unsupervised in water. So this is why I used a really big dog dish bowl so they could actually still soak, but they can't drown.
baby ducks actually do drown without their mom. So you cannot leave them in large bodies of water or they'll drown because they're not aware that their down soaks up water, and it's actually a safety thing. That's why when moms take their babies out on lakes or ponds, she's aware and then she brings them right back in to land right away. They don't stay out in water very long. And then I have blueberries. They didn't eat the blueberries. They did peck at them, but they ate the raspberries. There's only one raspberry right here left, and they ate most of it. So I think I'm going to put a few more raspberries in the bowl again and let them munch on that. And then they ate most of their crumble because they do require a high protein diet. And then they have their water bowl that they actually feed, but then soaked up all the water. So I'll have to clean all this out nice and fresh for them. I'll do that right now. Hi, babies. Oh my gosh, I have the worst allergy problems, but you guys, that was the update for the goats, the ducks and the chicks. Basically, I'm sorry, I'm having like really bad allergy problems, so excuse my red nose, but basically they're doing well. So yesterday I didn't get to catch it on camera, and I really don't want to, but I actually noticed the day that I got the chicks that one of the chicks was a lot smaller and a lot weaker. I was hoping that things would change and that he would get a little stronger, but honestly all the other chicks were beating it up. Chicks are kind of aggressive, and they just all started pecking at the weaker link, and eventually he passed away. I tried getting him water and food, but he was just too weak to eat. I think the trip just took it out of him. So we went from 18 chicks to 17 chicks. I did a little funeral for him, and I did a nice little burial. So aside from that, the ducks are doing amazing. They're eating well. They're really strong. They're drinking lots of water. The chicks are touch and go until I have them for a couple of weeks. You know, they're young, susceptible to deteriorate and all these things. So to be honest with you, I'm just still gonna wait it out and see if we lose any more or if we retain most of the ones that we have. So hopefully that was the last of our losses. But thank you guys so much for staying tuned, and subscribe to the channel and stay posted because we do have goat labors coming up soon. I know I've been saying that, but literally next week is the last absolute week that my goat that I know her breed date, she'll be due. So hopefully the other girl will give birth the same time. So thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. So go ahead and hit the like button if you guys are new to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe so you can see the updates. Bye.
Jay Dan on the track, yo.